opposition with the Kimi. Now, it's the Granger to go with the Farsa.
They don't care. PSO, sabi nila, nerf lang yan, PSO kami. Sabi niya, nerf niya yung Granger as much as you want, but eto pa rin yung gusto namin dito. Kasi ang pagkakaiba na lang ni Granger ngayon is, there are times na parang dati si Granger kaya niya na lumaban agad at a certain point in the early game. Just get one item and you're ready to go. And that is a very unusual for a marksman to evolve. But at the same time, ngayon, medyo kailangan niya ng skill. I just feel that 2 items is the sweet spot ngayon para sa isang Granger na talagang umikot-ikot sa may mapa.
To be fight ready, kumbaga battle ready.
And at the same time, 2 items isn't really that hard kasi yung isang kukunin mo parang cheppy item lang naman eh.
Yeah. And you know what? You have to take note na merong interesting na buff na pwede ko yung Granger to boost even more yung kanyang, which is the red buff.
Red buff.
Which, you know, you would think na yung normal attacks lang ang nagtitrigger or any attack skill. No. Actually, any form of damage is affected by the red buff.
It's converted to true, diba?
It is. Parang nagpo-proc yun na kahit anong source of damage. So, that counts yung bola ni Bruno, for example, or even the poker tricks of the Harley. That's why napipili nga naman talaga yung Harley ngayon sa meta. It's just that hindi pa siya nagagamit ng mga teams like really famously ngayon. But Bren Epro, they will ban out the Valier. I think in the previous series, they also put priority onto this Valier ban. Now, Esmeralda
Your team is
going to be the choice. Comfort picks.
I like the 2 picks na nanggaling sa Bren Epro. Kasi one of the things na kailangan na dito sa backliner, and usually for a Farsa kasi, ang mga kinukuha dito madalas is yung mga assassins. Pero kasi inisip nila na merong Granger itong kabila. So if the assassin gets caught out, sure kaming tutumba ng Granger yun. So what they did was, ano nga ba yung mga gandang mga backliner na pwede? Baksha is a tanky hero. Esmeralda is tanky as well. These are the heroes na hindi ganun kadaling take down ng isang Granger. So might as well get the control on the Farsa at the same time get the extra tankiness na dinadala nila sa fight.
You know what? Before we transition into talking about itong Natalia pick uli para sa Bren Epro, na pinik ng the third place dito ng Bren Epro yung Baksha. Tapos straight up Esmeralda. This is them saying na parang sinulit nila yung 3rd and 4th slot dito na hindi nila binigay yung Baksha para sa Pldt Smart Omega para dahil isa to sa mga comfort picks na Pldt Smart Omega. But also, they want to get this Esmeralda talaga. And without the Baksha, there's really no stopping yung sustain ng mga guys sa Esmeralda. But the last picked Natalia, once again, if you look back a week ago, you will remember, ginamit nila yung Natalia laban sa isang Farsa composition. It looked really, sabihin na natin, gimmicky in a way, but it kind of makes sense. It's your way to scout out where your opponents are. And yung Farsa, never ever magkakaroon ng comfortable spot kung saan pwede niyang gamitin yung Feathered Airstrike. Kasi every time na ikakast na channel niya yung Feathered Airstrike, nako, kailangan lagi siyang takot sa Natalia.
It is the same as a Franco and a Selena. Na parang, there's always, pagka wala yung Selena sa mapa o yung Franco sa mapa, there's always a time na pwede kang tamaan ng isang magandang hook. And that's the same idea as the Natalia. So let us head on to the Land of Dawn, mga kaibigan. This is going to be PSO versus BRE. Game number 1. Grand finals na tayo ngayon.
We had finals already. And this is the Season 1 Championship na pinag-uusapan natin. Not just the conference finals, not just the conference championship, but the champion of the season. It all boils down to this Game 1 of this best of 5 series. Malapit agad na pinapakita natin as Toshi gets and secures their own red buff. Interestingly, ang nangyayari kasi if you do play this Natalia is magkakaroon ka ng -1 in terms of your supporting cast, which kind of feels that Bren Epro needs to make this early game perfect for themselves.
And kailangan ni Rafisha dito na mag-step up katulad ng ginagawa niya dati. Nung nag-cook siya, nung nagtatalya sila, it is very hard to tank alone. It is very hard to tank alone kasi isipin mo si Renzo dito. Yes, Renzo has a bit of tankiness then, but once the ultimate comes off, it seems like he's a normal hero again. Diba?
Now, the problem is level 4 na itong ating Farsa. But at that moment, Bren Epro, they will just back out. The bigger problem already para sa Bren Epro na nakikita natin ngayon is under-level talaga yung kanilang supports. Both their supports, 1 minute 30 seconds in, they're just level 1.
Ang ganda na pinapakita dito ng PSO on how they actually manage their XP. na umaalis-alis si Haze minsan dun sa may range ng minions so that makuha ni Toshi yung buong XP. But right now, KLBJ gets called out. Wow, look at the connection, mga kaibigan! KLBJ will be the first blood dito for the side of BRE. Pero sumagot sila sa may baba. They will get that kill on Haze.
This is another classic Heath-Agi connection na nakita natin in the group stages. Ginamit yung Chang-O usually ni Haji, and then you have Heath with the Guardian's Barrier. This time, it's totally different. Hindi man Meteor Shower binabato ni Haji. See, it's Feathered Airstrike. It's almost the same, and it's more targeted, and napakalupit ng pinakita doon ng connection ng PLDT Smart Omega. Another one in the books for this team.
Ako, ang tawag ko doon, checkmate technique. Kasi kahit anong gawin mo, hindi ka na talaga makakatakas. But that is the way of the dragon for Kenji, and they will secure that yun on Raplisha. But onto the middle lane, Heath dito mga kaibigan, kabutikan mahuli.
This is such a good display of talent mula sa PLDT Smart Omega.
For sure.
Now JP
dito, actually eating a lot of those airstrikes. JP dito trying to fight this out, pero Haji getting caught out. And this is one place na ayaw mo makita yung Farsa mo, pero
Turtle resurrecting
with
soon.
the assist.
Oh wow, this is Haze by the way with the Jawhead, which kind of is a throwback back in 2017 or was 2018? Was 2018? Early 2018 na nakikita natin na whenever he cannot play the Cho anymore kasi nababan sa kanya, he plays the mean Jawhead.
Alam mo, ang tagal
Really
pala
good.
nung...
Sobrang tagal. It
was actually late 2018. Late 2018.
Basta 2018 siya. Well, at least 2 years now.
2 years now, yeah. But ang tagal na pala natin nagaganito, man.
Yeah. Wow,
It is what
Jawhead
it is.
throwback. This is just a throwback. Kasi ngayon ang Jawhead, they are playing Jawhead as an offlaner nowadays. And before, sobrang valid niya na support / tank and pang setup, pang initiate. It's not that tanky anymore, but I guess with Haze, nakausapin natin. Kita mo naman yung setup na yun with the ejector, and he might even survive this. Surviving for long enough for JP to be able to take it. Be taken down.
Trying to get that kill, pero the process, the pag-take nila ng kill sa Granger na yon, they lose 2 people into the process. They give gold to the Granger, and that, Toshi is happy with that.
And they're not done. Bruno now sa top lane. Napatay dito. Raflesha wants to take down Kenji, but Kenji is ever so sleepy with this Cho. At walang magagawa yung ultimate dito ni Raflesha as Haji Z threatens for a kill as well up top. PLDT Smart Omega back at their really superstar movements dito.
Oh, and that is another fairness airstrike, pero sabi ni Raplisha, meron akong paggulong palaman. Alis na lang ako dito, but right now, another skirmish is happening to the bottom lane. Greed dito, a bit early on that retribution, pero Renzo getting caught out, and he's trying to fight this. Flicker in, pero that Sonata is there to seal the deal.
And it looks like they want to go for Haze this time. The jump in mula kay JP dito. The dive will be there. Patay dito yung Ranger. Now hinabol nila si Greed with the unstoppable force. There's the ejector and of course Kenji to take the kill. PLDT Smart Omega hindi magpapadaing. Mamatayan man sila ng isa, they will take 2 in return. All throughout the map, they are winning 15k in the back para sa PLDT Smart Omega. Only 12k for Bren Epro.
And the way of the dragon is there. Ejector palapit na sa may turret. And right now, the flicker is there. Unstoppable force magagamit. Pero JP dito has something in mind na hindi may expect na kalaban niya. He just needs the flicker. Nandun na sa harapan siya mismo dito ng Jawhead and hindi masyadong magiging effective yung unstoppable force.
However, what they're not stopping right now is yung paglakas ng dalawang horse dito ng PLDT Smart Omega. Haji Z and Toshi are getting everything that they want. They even get a kill onto the Esmeralda this time. Napakagandang rotation mula sa PLDT Smart Omega. One thing you have to take note is napakabilis mag-converge dito ng mga members ng PLDT Smart Omega through a kill. You have to take note, Jawhead with unstoppable force, sobrang bilis maglakad. The movement speed is so high. And of course, the Grok, when near the walls, is also very speedy.
Oh, and actually, Greed stole the blue buff from that Farsa. Na-retribution niya. And it's one of the things na ginagawa talaga ng isang Natalia. He can actually see kung ano man yung ginagawa dito kalaban and probably steal a few objectives here and there. Pero the knock-up is there. The Felicia dito will be another casualty. But out to the backline, Greed dito hinahamon niya mga kaibigan si Haji. Haji, nag-bird form siya dito pero does it matter? Will it matter? That is the question. That's so not. Hindi tatama pero the wave of the dragon is still there. Granger will get the kill onto the Esmeralda. Things are looking great for the side of PSO.
Definitely. You have to take note, napakaganda nung pinakita doon ni Heath But mamaya natin mag-usama because Kenji will have to run away. Fortunately, sa show, there's Shun po, there's Jit Kundo, kaya-kaya makalayo. You know what? Heath actually stopped the charging of the Moonlight, of the Falling Star Moon, I mean. Dahil dun sa kanyang wild charge, which is again, so much value. Hindi nila mamapatay agad si JP if not for that. I mean, Haji Z still died, but they were able to get something in exchange. Now, top lane, Greed, very unlikely to survive. Very squishy Natalia, samantala sa baba naman. Another kill for Pldt Smart Omega.
They did, yung Natalia pick nila, pinapunish sobra dito ni Kenji to the point na yung Natalia kaysa nakakatulog siya at kaysa nakakascout siya. This time around, pakamdam ko dapat malapit siya, pero rapid siya dito will get ejected dun pa balik. Pero JP dito will be the next target, and one more could actually get that kill. Pero Toshi dito is going in, and the crits, my goodness!
And hasty ng kipa yung dalawang atake ng Torito just for Toshi to get away. Pldt Smart Omega on another level in terms of their synchronization talaga dito laban sa Bren Epro. Bren Epro, nakita natin tinry ni Bruno na iligtas yung kanyang tropa ng Esmeralda, but at the cost of him dying. Dalawang shots ng Death Sonata yung kinailangan niyang takihin doon. And one crit. Now, he sets up for this kill. This time, there's the dive. But fortunately, this is Reflesh and JP. Napakakunat nga naman. Even with Pldt Smart Omega leading in this map.
Grabe yung synchronization, grabe yung communication dito na side of PSO to the point na parang sumasayaw sila dito sa isang musical na sabay-sabay sila halos gumalaw. And this is one of the things that makes PSO scary, pero Greed try to take Farsa pero he doesn't have the damage to do so.
Level 11 si AGZ with 6k in the back. Natalia is just 3.4k. Essentially half of the net worth of this Farsa. Tapos napakababa pa ng level niya. And to add to that, malambot talaga Natalia. See that only 2 strikes of the feathered airstrike was enough. And now, Farsa is a problem para sa Bren Epro. Kahit si Reflesha nga dito on that backshot, which is naturally very tanky, hindi rin tumatagal mula dito sa members of Pldt Smart Omega.
JP is doing great, but at the same time, JP can only answer one person to the side of PSO. He needs to choose. Do I answer Toshi? Do I answer Haji? Eh pareho to, maganda yung performance eh. So at the same time, if you don't catch them with one Falling Star Moon, I don't really think that you can win a skirmish or a clash ngayon sa stage ng game na to.
And now top lane now. Another kill. This time Renzo should be backing down. There's the feathered airstrike. Reflesh ang target nila dito. Ang labot. Oh, one last strike. Mula dun sa Farsa. Enough para sa Pldt Smart Omega. Now kill VJ in trouble. And of course Kenji to get the kill. How can they defend with 2 very squishy heroes this time? Renzo is a Thams. Pero at this point, hindi niya kaya to. Dako po, yun na naman. Huling-huli. Pldt Smart Omega, masterful performance laban sa Bren Epro. There's the wipe and there should be game. Pldt Smart Omega to take game 1.
One statement na pwede natin gawin doon.